name is Victoria Dobbins, and I'm doing my presentation today on multiple sclerosis, and this is my audience. Many of you might not have ever heard of multiple sclerosis, but it affects over 400,000 people in the United States, according to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, nationalmssociety.com. Multiple sclerosis isn't the type of disease that affects everyone the same. It is a case-to-case basis with different symptoms that the individual experiences. The disease is the same for everyone in that it progresses over time. The cause of MS is still unknown, but scientists believe that the disease is triggered in a person who has a genetic predisposition for the disease. Most people diagnosed are the ages 20 and 50, and usually 2 to 3 times more in women than in men. Today, I'm going to focus on what is MS, how to manage the treatment, and what it's like to live with multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable disease that is in the central nervous system that disrupts the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and body. The disrupted flow of information is caused by the damaged nerve cells, which is broken down by the disease itself, causing the nerves to not send signals to the brain. There still isn't an answer for what multiple sclerosis is. There is a belief that multiple sclerosis is a bacteria or virus that is recognized, which is possibly the primary trigger factor in multiple sclerosis, nationalmssociety.com. Living with the unknown can be very scary, but there is research that provides ways to prevent MS from getting worse. There are 3 different types of treatment: injective, oral, and infusion. Injectable is where you are given a syringe filled with medicine that you must inject on a weekly basis. There is also oral, which is a pill that one must take daily or fewer times a week and must have frequent blood work. Then there is infusion, which is really rare. The patient must go in and be hooked up to an IV and have the medicine introduced directly into the bloodstream. The whole purpose of the drugs is to put MS in a remission state and the progression to be stopped or even just slowed down. While treating MS, you still should treat the symptoms, which may vary from person to person, and a few of the most common are depression, dizziness and vertigo, fatigue, itching, and walking difficulties. The most frequent issues that I face on a daily basis is fatigue and depression. The major issue that flares up when I am having struggles in my body is the loss for walking for a certain period of time. For me, the hardest part of MS is just living with it from day to day and not knowing what to expect when it happens. Living with multiple sclerosis doesn't affect just the person that lives with it, but also the people that live with them. One of the biggest issues that I face is my partner and how to explain when I am not feeling well or having issues during that day. It is hard to tell someone that something is wrong when there is obviously nothing visible. When having an episode, it is very hard to stay positive, which can cause a huge stress on the relationship. Sometimes your partner often is wanting to fix it. Then they come to realize that they are helpless in the whole situation. There is no way that I can properly explain how I am feeling on certain days when I am experiencing MS symptoms. This is my biggest challenge that I face in my daily life. Once the coping process has started, it is time to think about what changes are needed. There may be a lot that should be considered. One thing that I had to address was my work ethic and the stress that I was allowing on my body. The other issue that I must watch is my diet, because now I have developed an irritable bowel syndrome, which makes it harder to process certain foods. The hardest part I faced was telling anyone and facing the reality that I live with the disease multiple sclerosis. Having discussed what MS is, how to treat it, and how people live with it, I hope that now you are informed more about the disease that you might have never heard of and might help join the team and help end and cure multiple sclerosis. While there are 400,000 people in the United States, a person's chances of developing MS is 0.1%. When looking worldwide, MS affects over 2.3 million people. One can hope that finding a cure for one disease can or will lead to the cure for all diseases.